Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and tonight I'm joined by Dana.
Yeah.
We are back for our Dawson's Creek episode watch. Tonight we're watching season 4, episode 18.
You know, the night before our ditch day, me, Alice, Carol, Ted, and Bobby were sitting at my house, and we didn't have anything to do. So we got in our car, and we just started to drive south. We drove all night, all day, all the way to the Virginia state line, got out of our car, looked around, turned back, and drove home.
I've never done anything remotely like that in my entire life with anyone.
Why not? Wait, what are we doing? What about life? I was about to retire.
So I know Gretchen's only supposed to be like, what, 21 maybe?
Yeah.
But sometimes when she like refers to the past and stories, it seems like she's like 10 years older. Like back in my day on ditch day, this is what I did.
Back in the early 90s, 1991, I believe.
That's what it feels like.
Oh my God, yeah. No, that's how that's how you are when you hit your like early 20s and you're
Right.
finally out of like your teens. You're so wise,
Right.
so ethereal, so eternal. Like, a wise.
I've lived life.
I've lived lives, 7 million lives, little baby boy. Like, that's
Since ditch day.
it's literally like it's on point. She's doing it. It's right. It's correct.
Okay, so I figured out precisely when and where we need to split up and get back together for dinner at 8 if we got to make the train at 11.
You are flirting with maniacal, sweetie.
So do you know where the admissions office is at the University of New York?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Well, don't you think we better get heading downtown in order that you have plenty of time to find it in the maze that is Greenwich Village? I mean, you don't want to be late. This is a very, very fast-paced city.
I'll try to keep up.
Okay, I put my girls on a girls trip, just the two of them, because they've never done this, and there's no jealousy. They're not fighting over a boy. I love this for them.
Yes, I'm scared. Like, it seems too positive of a potential.
Already hiding.
Seems really, really great, and you're just kind of like, ooh, it's gonna happen. Yeah, I do love this. I just put it together that it's like this is the best friend moment we've been waiting for so long.
I know. I've been begging for these two to be best friends since season 1.
Yeah, Babs, that's what we want them to be. This is it.
You just gotta say what the hell and level up.
Yes, but you see, I have this test today, and then I have another test tomorrow that's twice as big.
Ouch. Hate to be you. Does make you wonder, though.
Right? Well, just like, I already did that, bro.
What it is that Joey's doing at this moment as you rot away in academic prison?
He's trying to graduate. Go away.
Yeah. Literally temptation.
And how is that getting under PC's skin? She went to New York with Jen.
Yeah.
She's not like with another guy. She's not with Dawson. That's always a trigger. But like
Walking distance.
Come on, you're for adventure.
did they pack clothes for the trip?
They just left. It's spontaneous.
To nowhere.
Wherever.
Which means they gotta drive 6 hours back.
Yeah.
And they plan on going further.
I mean, like the fact that they like got a flat and then he didn't have a spare just all goes to show that like sometimes spontaneous decision making can be like the worst thing.
My first thought was, out of the two of them, Gretchen's probably the one that knows how to change a tire.
Right. Also, like the fact that they have a raised vehicle, so like a regular jack, like someone that would have in like the trunk or whatever, would not work.
Right.
You were paying attention to my schedule.
Be careful out there.
I feel like I'm not going to see you again.
You will.
Yes, I will.
What?
Okay.
I'm your keeper.
We're holding hands.
I was about to get mad. I was about to be like, this was supposed to be our girls' day, and then she just kicked her away, and that's not cool, Jen. Don't do that. And then and literally, as I was thinking all those things, like Joey turned around and she's like, "Cause I'm gonna be with you, bitch," and it's just like, oh.
But I was also thinking, like, Joey doesn't know where she is. You're just gonna leave her alone.
I would have said the same thing. I'd be like, bitch, I don't know where the fuck I am. Like, I don't have it's not like they have a smartphone, like a GPS
Right.
stuff to do the fingertips. It's 2001. Like,
I don't even know if TomToms were out yet.
exactly. Like, she ain't gonna have one.
MapQuest may have been around at that point. I'm not sure.
Right, but still, it's like you're literally like in the middle of a friggin' city. Like, I would have been like, no, girl. I'm like, wherever you're going, I'm going with you, and then we'll figure it out then, just out of survival.
You know what Joey would have had to do? She would have had to find a cyber cafe because it's 2001.
Yeah.
And then go on MapQuest and like print out instructions to walk around.
Well, also at the same time, it's kind of like you would need to figure out like how to get to certain places, right? You would just want to print out a map. You would just want a map and then plot out like how you're going to get where you are to like that location. But then everything else is kind of like, are there even listings to look up to see if there's anything to do or what's there to do other than just walk around?
Right.
It's crazy to say that out loud because that's what you did. And I lived through that time period. I wasn't a teen. Like, I didn't go to New York. I think like with 2001, I was like, God, 13? No, 12.
You just had to like prepare in advance, pretty much.
Yeah, but you had to prepare like a little bit. But like, how did you really prepare? You did you call places, so like you had a thing to go to. Like that's what I was always thinking. Is like there was an event or some sort of location that you go to, and then on the journey to that location, then you would be like, cool. We could stop here and do this, or maybe we'll get this to eat or whatever.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like you'd be like, oh, I'm going to a club or I'm going to a concert or I'm going to go shopping at the specific place. And then everything else around it, you hopefully the signage catches you, right? That's how they used to do it.
Yeah.
Back in the 19th century. Back when we didn't have the internet.
That is the most generous thing I've heard all week. Thank you, son. Now you just step in there. I'm going to show you the secrets of an automobile. Come on and see. This here is the air filter.
All right, you guys have.
Did they drive down south?
6 hours away from Massachusetts would be like New York. Or Pennsylvania. Like, it was like 5 hours to get to Boston from where we live.
It's close to that from where I live too.
Yeah, so they're in New Jersey.
But he has a southern accent. unless they're in Ohio. Maybe in Ohio? No.
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 So it's either upstate New York, right?
Maybe.
Or New Jersey. That's that or upstate like Vermont or Maine. Maybe did they go to Maine? Because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Coast and but that's not the right accent still.
You a friend of Jennifer's?
Yeah, this is Joey Potter from Cape Side.
Joey Potter from Cape Side. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Lindley.
Please, call me Theo. Tell me, what brings you and my daughter to Manhattan?
Well, I've never been here, and Jen got accepted to the University of New York.
Donna?
Yes.
My daughter was accepted to the University of New York.
Congratulations.
Cancel the rest of my day. And make reservations for 3 at the West Side Grill in 30 minutes.
Dad, you know
my daughter was accepted to college. Doesn't even matter which one. That's a big event in any father's life. Huge, even. It's way more important than some lame business meeting. We're gonna celebrate.
What is wrong with this? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this?
You
don't have to tell me.
No, I'm just confused because that's not the actor I remember for the movie. So I'm like, did I remember things wrong? I don't know.
Okay, so maybe this is not as crazy as we thought.
Maybe
Pull back.
maybe it's a different show I'm thinking about. I don't know.
Oh, maybe, but at the same time, like I was anticipating a more awkward encounter. He is incredibly, at least he's trying to be incredibly warm. I don't know if he's actually warm, you
Calling
know.
her Angel, I was like, Angel. I was like,
Mhm.
eh?
That's what I mean. Like I don't. It's giving very creep factor vibes,
And even she seems awkward about it. But
right? Or thrown off by it.
right.
I, like, and also the way he like what she said, like, oh, there's like these two young women out here that one says they're your daughter. Like, so like the woman obviously has never met Jen, her
Right.
secretary, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because most of the time, like someone who's like a personal assistant or receptionist, like knows if they've been there long enough, they would know their family, but it's possible.
I
But he
mean,
doesn't talk about it. He doesn't have pictures of her.
Jen's been gone for 3 years, so
Right.
maybe.
Yeah, but like he doesn't have pictures of her. He doesn't talk about her. She had no idea that he had a daughter, maybe. It sounded like it was kind of crazy.
So something I noticed, they keep saying the University of New York and not NYU.
Mhm.
Um, and that's something that they did on Felicity because they didn't have the right to use NYU, so they just said the University of New York. But now I'm like, is this in the same universe as Felicity?
Still representing the same
Network.
still trying to, well, no, I mean like they're still, but they're trying to invoke NYU, but couldn't say NYU.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
So then I would have to say UNY maybe.
Yeah.
To the future.
And my grandpappy had this car.
Casey was like, I have my own fake ID.
Like, I'm good, thanks. Like, I don't need this.
I don't need these two
Good
to be
try.
I just don't need those two happening right now.
I love how he took that shot like a fucking champ, like he knows what he's doing. And my man's 17 or 18 years old,
Right.
crying out loud, like knock that shit back like it was nothing.
They're starting out with 3 rounds of tequila.
Yeah, exactly. Tequila. It's not like vodka or even like, anything else. It's tequila. Ugh.
Ooh.
And Dave, I don't know any of those names.
Well, that's too bad. Are you calling me a liar?
Oh.
Crazy. No!
Ladies, I just got some bad.
I was super nervous this guy was gonna punch PCO.
Well, like he obviously knows he has a fake ID, so he knows he's a kid. Like there's like, but at the same time, how are you not clocking Gilbert over here is also fucking underage too. Like, come on.
And if Drew's
Like,
a regular there, I have to assume that if it's not in town, it's near town.
Yeah.
Where Pacey's father is the sheriff.
Right. Exactly.
I like Joey like this.
Me too. And it's crazy to think that only in a few short months
I
that
know.
whole part of New York is going to be completely different.
I know. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
What I've realized is that
Why does he have to talk about Joey in that way with his girlfriend?
Why does he think that he was entitled to her virginity? Like,
I just don't know why Gretchen puts up with it.
the way to kill the mood, like instantly. Like, like if she was ready to have sex with him, like, and not, I wouldn't be anymore if it was me. I'd be like, well, you had to bring up Joey, so.
Like you're like just to know that he's always overthinking and then the root of everything is Joey, like, why would you even stick around for that?
That like every single point of his decisions are rooted where Joey's involved. Like,
And sometimes not. It's actually the reverse. Joey's always afraid how Dawson's going to react to anything she decides to do with her own life.
right. They keep doing it like to each other. Like they keep making like like each other their center point of how they choose to be. Like they make considerations for each other in everything.
It
And
well,
that's crazy.
with Joey anyway, it's like when she lets herself finally like enjoy a moment or be happy, she's all like la la la, and then she's like, "Fuck, now I gotta tell Dawson." Or
Right.
what if Dawson finds out that I was happy?
And the reason why Dawson feels the need to go do some sort of adventurous thing or that he's ready to have sex is because Joey has had sex.
Right.
Like, otherwise, he'd probably still be doing the same shit he was doing before.
So what are you gonna do, Doug? Arrest me?
I should. More, I'm just curious.
About what?
You're not satisfied with being a moron and failure? You gotta add drunk to your list of credentials?
What? This is it for me! This is my whole life right here! This is all I get! All for me!
Yeah, asshole has to drag everyone down with him because he's a fucking piece of shit.
You don't get to insult him and then be all like pacey, like you're gonna be comforting him. Like what? Like, no, you don't get to do that. You dick.
I want to make love to you. So much.
So we made that decision
So
already.
much.
Didn't we decide that that's what was happening?
Yeah, I thought that was happening, but it sounds like she's about to be like, but at the same time, fucking on sand is not. It's not. No.
It's not pleasant for anybody.
No, it's not. What the sand gets in places you don't want sand to be.
Right.
And
the way they did it, it's almost like, okay, therapy did its thing. I'm cured.
I'm cured. I'm no longer depressed. I have no compulsions to do any self-harm because
No trauma.
I'm good now. I did it. I won therapy. A+. Thank you. Thank you for my gold star.
Which is kind of what he was getting at. He's like, we've just like opened this door. And she's like, no, I'm done. I have nothing else to say. You're sitting down and you're repressing your emotions.
No, I don't need to do this again. That was awful. I mean, like, seriously, I just kept thinking, like, the whole time that this is, like, not a good look for therapy.
Right.
It just reinforces that, like, all you gotta do is just find that one thing. And then once you address it head on, you're good. That was pretty crazy.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it, or that I remembered the father thing. I don't know. I felt like it was more than just that scene of her confronting him. That's why I was dreading it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a whole episode of her and him just going at each other.
Yeah. No, I thought there was good. She was going to reveal that he was like abusive in some way.
Oh.
That's what I thought they were going. Because that guy is grade A creepo. And now I know why he's a creepo, because he likes young women. Or not young women, young girls.
So not only was he cheating on her mother with an 18, well, we would like to think an 18-year-old at least.
Yeah.
Jen then, I guess, after all of that is when she got caught in bed with her boyfriend and everything.
So the way she expressed it, it seemed like this girl was like her friend or like someone she looked up to.
Yeah, because she said she was the age that I am now. So
yeah. So she's definitely older, obviously. So like maybe an older sister-ish figure, right? And that traumatized her to the point where she's like, well, then like if she's having sex or whatever, and just started going like full feral, and then started like
feral.
sexually promiscuous at that age, at that point, because she was traumatized by witnessing her father basically statutorily rape someone. You know?
Also cheat on her mother.
Yeah, that too, you know? Like, I feel like all of it, you know?
But I did like the sweet moments between her and Joey. That was nice. Lots of hand holding and hugs for my girls.
Yes, they seem like as close as they've ever been. So
Right.
it's kinda exactly what we've always wanted, so I'm happy for that.
Remember when drunk Joey was like, "I don't even like you."
Look, they're fighting over Dawson.
But Jack wasn't in this episode, and, like, as much as happy as I was that Joey was there for her,
Mhm.
it feels like a role that Jack would normally fill.
Especially since they're supposed to be going to the same school together, like, that whole thing.
Right.
Like, but at the same time, Jack is not been very good to Jen lately.
Yeah, it's
So
I don't know why they, like, totally changed the dynamic.
yeah,
'Cause in season 3, they were, like, inseparable.
yeah. And I think Jack also has his own daddy issues, so, like, he doesn't have a very good perspective on stuff. Like, he's like, avoid, 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 avoid. Just keep avoiding it and whatever, you know?
Well, that's kind of like how he was raised to
Yeah.
ignore the problem, like, with his
Yeah.
family's mental health issues and his brother dying and everything.
Yep. Yeah. And the whole shit with Pacey, like, they just keep beating that insecurity, like, not good enough, never gonna amount to anything, dead horse. That thing is a pulp. A
Yeah.
pulp on the ground, a literal zombie. They bring it back from the dead and then kill it some more. Like, they can't
I know,
say anymore.
I hate when he gets in his own head and he self-sabotages and he's just like he's like, "Everybody already thinks I'm a loser, so I'm just gonna be a loser," like
Well, it's like he easily wants to believe it because it's easier to believe that than to work incredibly hard and then potential. This whole thing is like the risk of not getting it is, he's like he's swimming upstream. So it's like, how do you maintain hope, right, of success if you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere or that you're doing a lot of work for the sake of nothing in return? That's hard pill to swallow.
it's
Especially
almost like
for
he'd
someone.
rather not try and fail than try, get his hopes up and fail
Yeah.
anyway, and then prove everybody right that he's a loser.
Yes. It's like proving that he's a loser even if he tries. Like,
Which
it's inevitable.
like, when he was taking his test, I was like, "Oh god, I hope he's not, like, psyching himself out, like, that and he's just gonna, like, fail on purpose."
And he's got that dude, whatever his name, I don't even know his name anymore, just like
True.
Drew doing the devil situation. He's literally temptation incarnate. Like, all he does is go out of his way to tempt every single character to do something, like, wrong or out of character or, he's literally the devil of this whole entire season.
I don't even know why he's still around, honestly. Like, okay,
Seriously.
you Jen in New York, okay.
Yeah, like, that what was his point?
Right.
Like, other than to be a, like, foil to the crew, the squad, I guess, the crew, the Scooby-Doo gang.
He never became a viable love interest for anybody, like,
Oh.
he's just an asshole.
Yeah, literally. He was kind of what's her face, that died.
Abby Morgan.
A boy version of Abby. Like,
Yeah.
that's all he was, and that's all he continues. That's why I hate him because he's like, he's just a plot device for the show. Like, let's just put in some dude that, like, tempts Joey, Jen, Andy, like, literally all of them. Pacey at this point, the only charms he hasn't been able to get going is Dawson, because Dawson's so pure. He's like pure white to his darkness kind of thing. It's just
Well, we have 5 episodes left of the season.
and Dawson didn't even have sex.
I
The
know,
poor
maybe
guy, he didn't even get laid.
maybe at prom. Maybe prom.
He couldn't even get his ding-a-ling going. That sucks.
Join us next time for another episode of Dawson's Creek. And as always, find us on all the other socials at Queers and Soaps. And until then, have a great night. Bye.